spotted a hostile soldier in your AO. Over.
Hold on, guys. Welcome back. We're back with another Battlefield 4. A little bit of Battlefield 4 mood. Let's see here. We're using the AK. Oh, that thing has so much range. Seriously. I don't like not rezzing my teams. this shit's all glitched. It won't even let me, What? Oh. How does he see me? I don't understand. How do you see? Like, how do you see, bro? Like, there's smoke? I don't understand. How can you see? You can't see through that. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, if they didn't nerf so much of the, just nerf so much of the movement in the game. You're so aggressive, you guys. They're gonna jump out in a sec. Bro, does my man have something that we just don't have? Does he have something that we don't got? Because I mean, how do you see through all that? Like, I can't see through it. You know, some of these guys though, I know some of these guys use they have this, there's this mod, and I know some of them run it, where, because like Battlefield usually runs like a filter. There's a lot of stupid bullshit in this game. A lot of stupid like filters and shit that kind of like obstruct your view. So it would not be surprising that I know there's people who run I know there's people who run like those filters where there's no filter that's applied. Alright. See, when no one's using like any there's nobody with with the shoddy. Yeah, bro, this team, like, they're not. Don't have anybody with ammo. just my man knows. He knows, bro. He knows where you are. He knows where you are. That's crazy. I really don't want to pick I really don't want to pick any like LMGs right now. ACOG. DMR. We use DMRs. Maybe we can get some kills with DMR. Oh, bro, I swear, dude, that's the one thing, dude. I really don't like. It's the explosive spamming, bro. Oh man, it's the one thing I really don't like. Seriously, bro, dude, literally saw me from that far away. Crazy. Bro, got like a 30 times scope. Bro, he was literally on. Dude. There's somebody here on the mountain. I swear he was on that mountain up there.
They got me pinned down!
Use your
have moved more.
Gonna move up.
Yeah, screw it. Everybody just moves so fast in this game. Movement speed is just so fast. Bro, come on, dude. What sucks about playing against like so many assault rifle players is that you just feel like you don't have any way of really competing. Just getting off guns so fast. I know this gun's really good. This is the one I've been meaning to try actually. I just keep forgetting to use it. It's SG533. Come on, dude. Go inside. What? He's gonna die. He's gonna die. My favorite is still there. I hate explosives. Terrible first game. Terrible first game. Died too many times. Like I died too many times to the people that I didn't agree with. Yeah, but what I was saying is there's people who play this game and they play it where they take off the filter. There's like there is a filter in this game, but they turn it off. But it's like a mod where you can turn it off and you can see a lot clearly. That's the thing about this game, is the visibility is very bad. But I know there's people that do that, and not supposed to do that, but you can't know if they're doing it or not, because you have to like be right there where they're playing. You know what I mean? You can't go, and you can have suspicion, but I know there's people who do it. I've had conversations with people who did it, and I know they do it. So it's like the people who are playing this game competitively, seriously, I'm sure there's some people who are trying to, you know, get any type of competitive edge that they can. Because in these type of games, that's what is expected in a way. Like, people are gonna do stuff like that. This game has already been hacked and exploited, so you know. Not out of the ordinary that people do stuff like that. Same thing with Battlefield 3, you know. Battlefield 3 has it where you can turn off the filter as well, the blue filter. Except, I wish there was a mod, and I would do this if there was a mod, that you can change the orange filter to the blue filter, because I like the blue filter more. There's something about. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like a... I don't know if it's just like a Michael Bay thing. I don't know. Every time like you get on those steps, anytime you're on those steps, bro, like you're cooked. Like you get stuck. What else gonna happen?
There's an enemy machine gunner east of your location. Let me heal you.
I want to stay right here. I want to stay in this position right here in case they try to drop down. Good section right there. All right. Missed my opportunity to go up. I screwed it up. He's dead. Well, he's not, but. people get in front of you so often in this game. It should not even count. If I shoot somebody with my assault rifle as a teammate, it's a friendly, and I don't kill them, then you shouldn't kill me either.
Осторожен! Вражеский солдат! Вражеский солдат! Осторожен! Вражеский солдат! Осторожен! Вражеский солдат! Вражеского солдата! Вижу! Вражеского снайпера обнаружен!
I always feel like anytime I play like on controller, I feel like when I play this game at least, sniping is the easiest. Like playing against the ultra sweats that like to do the movement, the ultra sweaty movements, the Zuzus and the Ruzus. They're a pain in the ass to fight on controller. But when I snipe them, it's not nowhere near the same. That locker moment.
Guys, an enemy soldier.
Free fire. Another shot. This is why it's so important to have high sensitivity in the situations where that happens, but it's almost impossible. Almost impossible. I think that shows up. He may have already. Yep. I already did A. I think what happens is, yeah, there's not that many people playing. You don't have that many people playing, and then you only have like the sweats, the sweaty sweats. You have the sweaty sweats. Yeah, I need to really look into getting those my analog sticks replaced.
I got eyes on an enemy soldier. Here's your ammo. Pick it up. Light me up.
There's a squad that was coming on this this side. So what do you think of the new Battlefield development? I think it's very promising. You know, I was in the playtest. I managed to get in the playtest. I was actually one of the... I'm actually one of the beta... no, sorry, pre-alpha. Nice one.
Enemy soldier.
I think it's gonna be pretty promising, honestly. I kind of like. I do like the game. I'm under NDA, so I can't tell you all the details, but I do like the game. And from what I've played, really they would just need to make just a few adjustments for it to be amongst my liking, and I think for a lot of people. One of the things that people complained about is the lack of the movement, or that's always been. It's always been a debate, though. Like the movement thing has always been a debate, but
Enemy
it's always been a debate. I had a friend who got me to join in on the playtest, but I have yet to try the alpha. Yeah, hopefully we get some more information soon. I'm pretty sure they're gonna talk about it again. You know, already you know, I'm pretty sure they're just like letting everybody kind of calm down a little bit, and then they're probably gonna give people get some more news about the game. I saw Sabello use this weapon, and I'm like, bro, I need to use this. I don't know if you guys watch Sabello, but now the thing is with like like these new Battlefield games, what I do like about the new one is that they are kind of doing something that they hadn't done in a while. And I think they're, you know, you can kind of already see it. It's kind of obvious. I've mentioned this before, like even from what I've seen, you know, they've done a lot of cool things where there's a lot of homages, you know. That's the one thing that I do appreciate what Vincent Pella is doing, is kind of doing a little bit of homages and stuff. Because he's doing things that's how you should do it, you know, like do these things from previous Battlefields, what made those previous Battlefields so great. You know, he's going back to the roots. And I'm pretty sure there's certain things that are probably maybe against his will. Maybe there's things that he wanted to implement, but probably was pushed back from EA, potentially DICE. You never know. But going, to the topic at hand that some people were having on Twitter, it's like you see people talking about, I think the developer also commented on it. It's like the whole weapon class system should it be tied to
Here's your ammo.
should it be tied to classes, or should it be an open class situation?
Here's your ammo. Go get it.
So from what was shown to the public so far, it looks like 2042 mixed with Battlefield 4. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. To me, 2042 was never a bad game. Okay, as far as the shooting mechanics, coming from the shooting mechanic standpoint, it was never bad. Now, there was things that were kind of BS. I was trying to kill that guy. Anyways, there were things that were kind of BS in my opinion, like the whole like shooting people from like 100 meters and shit, like with an assault rifle from like, I don't know, like I know you can get those shots in real life, but you know, like a full auto, you know what I mean? There's no spread, there was no spread penalties and anything, right? From those distances. Like that's the only thing about 2042 that I didn't like, that I really didn't like. I didn't like having these long engagement battles, right? And how fast you died. But after all the tweaks and balances and stuff, I think after they made the right adjustment, they got the right people involved to kind of redo, you know, and plus they had to fix the mechanics of the aiming and stuff wasn't even correct. So once they fixed most of that stuff, like to me the game was pretty good. But it had those underlying issues that eventually got ironed out. Does it feel like 2042? Not really, but it's similar, I would say. I wouldn't say it's the same, but I wouldn't even really compare too much of 2042 to it, actually. And I would actually compare it to the competitor. It actually plays similar of a mixed combination of you know, a little bit of that Call of Duty-ness and a little bit of that Call of Duty-ness and a little bit of that Battlefield.
There's your ammo. Pick it up.
Like you see, like how I was shooting at that guy just now. Like my aim was pretty much on that guy the whole time when I was shooting at him. But because like other people may have been shooting at me, my accuracy just automatically gets penalized because someone else is shooting at me, even though they may not be hitting me. It's the suppression, right? The suppression punishes you and makes you miss, drops your accuracy, right? So if we were playing the new Battlefield, that wouldn't happen. Which is something that I do like. Now, I do like suppression, but I mean, we don't have to make it like me.
Spotted enemy machine gun.
Like aiming at the guy should not make me lose my accuracy that much. You know, like I understand I'm gonna lose some accuracy, but
Here's your ammo. Go get it.
it shouldn't go
Spotted enemy machine gun.
to 25%. You know what I mean? Or even less than that. Especially if my aim is on you, right? That's how I feel. Now, the one thing I'm not. Well, I can't talk about that. Unfortunately, can't go and talk. I can't talk about anything. But you know, maybe if we get a beta.
Take an objective Alpha.
We can talk about it, but yeah, I'm playing on controller. I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy. I'm playing on controller. It's because I don't want to play on mouse and keyboard. I feel like I'd be playing like a sweat. I'd be playing like an ultra sweaty. And even though mouse and keyboard it would be my preferred choice, I just find it a little bit more fun and challenging to play on controller because I feel like it'd just be more entertaining to see, you know, if you see me wrecking the mouse and keyboard players, which I do have my moments, but
Hostile soldier fired.
yeah, we're cooked. No, there's no aim assist. There is no aim assist.
Hostile soldier.
Well, that dude's everywhere. That dude everywhere. Yeah, so Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 do not allow aim assist. There's no aim assist. I don't even think there's aim assist in Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 1 on PC. Like, I really don't. Because DICE, the way DICE develops games, they don't do it like how they used to. Like, the DICE of 2010 and 2014, bro, they said that shit's not fair. They said it's not fair for control or for mouse and keyboard players. They said aim assist is not fair. So just imagine that. That's not fair. Then
Here's your ammo.
yeah, but you know, believe it or not, though, believe it or not, it's actually a lot better. The controls are a lot better on controller on PC than it is on actual console, in my opinion. On console, you have like already additional dead zone by default that you cannot change. Like, you cannot change you can't change any dead zone on PC. I mean, sorry, on console. So you're stuck with the dead zone that's already set. And there's a lot of dead zone. At least on PC, you can change all that. So you can make your controller even more responsive than you can make your controller pretty responsive compared to the console version, which is very nice because that's really like where I put my thumb is gonna be literally like where I can move everything. You know what I mean? And it's very responsive. I can move things very minor. Like, I can move everything to like a very micro. Like, I can do like little micro adjustments that I can't do with controller. I have to like literally on controller. I have to like move the stick even more to move it. It's like to move it anywhere. Which really sucks because whenever like if you're sniping or something is where it matters. But that's the thing with aim assist. Like aim assist covers that you know those what do you call it? Like anytime there's like anytime you have like what do you call it? When something's like out of adjustment. I can't remember what for it, but I'm really trying to I don't remember what it's called.
Here's your ammo.
Pretty much you can tune your controller how you need to, and it makes it very responsive to the point where I even say like I feel like I got a mouse and keyboard on my thumb. That's literally how it feels. All right. Oh, you said maple syrup. What's up, buddy? He said good luck with the stream. I'm gonna get off and sleep since I got work later. So here's coffee or snack. Okay, I appreciate it, boss. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 5. I really do appreciate it, man. Thank you. You are the real one. All right, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it when anyone donates anything. All right, we went 26 and 15, and that's not bad. Even though those games were not going in our favor, we still managed to get some kills. All right, probably gonna do one more for myself because I gotta go to sleep. I'm gonna play this for a little bit. Wasn't gonna play too much today anyways because I got stuff to do in the morning. I gotta wake up early, even though we going to sleep late. I gotta take care of some stuff. So let me see if we can do one last hoorah.
Delta is now under our control.
squad.
We've just lost objective Delta. We're just taking control of objective Delta.
I think there was people down there. I just love how everybody gets so impatient and then they just leave. They leave the team.
Be advised, we've neutralized objective Bravo. Objective Bravo.
пулеметчика.
I don't know how that guy even shot me. He didn't even show him even shooting at me, bro. Like, it has that stupid thing. Sometimes it doesn't have that thing. I think you can blow that thing up. If I remember correctly, I think you can destroy it. But
Вижу! Вражеского солдата! Вот вам, прилетело! Вот обнаружен вражеский солдат!
this thing's got some pretty good hip fire, actually. I like it.
Objective Alpha is under our control.
But my team is kind of all over the place.
We've just lost objective Alpha.
Вот, медпакет! Возьми! Вон, медицинская помощь! На тебе! Медпакет, возьми!
Yeah, this weapon's actually not too bad with the ergo grip. It just still loses to shotguns, of course. Shotguns are like the only weapon that you gotta really You would have thought I would have heard the explosion.
Вижу вражеский.
Лейтенант, вот сейчас neutralize objective Charlie.
I know I should have spawned on there. Should have known.
Вон медпакет, возьми. Вижу
What's up, Dante? So I told you Sagat, Alex, Sea Viper, Ingrid, coming Street Fighter 6. They dropped the trailer for it earlier today. Oh yeah, I remember you did say that. You did say that. I don't know, man. I'm kind of meh with that lineup, bro. That lineup is kind of meh. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And it's only 4 characters, and you told me you're gonna be all the way up to next year, bro. That's why I'm not. That's why I'm not playing Street Fighter 6, because they just giving us less. They're literally just giving you less now. Because before they used to give us more characters. And how is it that we're getting less characters now? That's what I don't understand. Explain to me how we get less characters. You know what I think is going on? This is what I think is going on. I think that Street Fighter, since Street Fighter doesn't have Marvel's Capcom right now, right? This is what I think is going on. I think that Capcom wanted Arc System Works to work on the next Marvel game. That's what I think. They wanted them to do it because they're probably working on they're probably working on CVS 2 or CVS 3. I'm sorry. That's my theory, at least. That's my theory on what I think is going on. I think Capcom is making a CVS 3, and they are like splitting the teams because they don't have like they have multiple teams, but they have the same people working on different teams. That's what I think is going on. That's what I think. That's what I think is going on. How did he not die right there? I don't understand. I feel like he should have been dead there. No, I'm actually not excited at all. I'm quite the opposite. And you know, I really don't like the art style. I really don't like the art style of Street Fighter 6. I don't like the hyper realism. Like when you look at Sagat and his like ultra real body, like ultra wide, super tall, super long, like his body looks like kind of awkward.
Charlie, camp.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Обнаружен! Вражеского солдата!
Now, you know, and I think that's another reason why um, Marvel is not making, does not want Capcom making any games, because they're not really making games like, they're not really making games like they used to. You know, like I was talking to my friend today about it. It's like I feel like Street Fighter 5 was like the perfect, like was like the vision that they were finally going for, that they were trying to do in 4. You know, I felt like that's what it was supposed to be. Street Fighter 4, you know how that game looked. And then you compare it to the Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5 is like the perfect realization of what they were going for. With the ink and all that stuff, like it fit perfectly. You know what they did with Marvel 3, I think it's something that Marvel really wanted, you know, and they were really happy with. That's why MVCI went that, you know, they took that wrong route where they made everything, started making everything kind of realistic. It's like kind of just hurt them, you know, it hurt their reputation a little bit. You said you hated the Street Fighter 4 art style. I mean, it looked kind of blocky, right? But I mean, that was probably because of the console limitations.
Вот! Медпакет! Возьми!
You like, hell no.
Вот вам, возьми!
It wasn't the console's fault because you had great looking fighters on them. Well, yeah, there was some cool characters. I think it could have definitely looked better, but I think it looked pretty decent for its time. I think some of the characters kind of look kind of off, but for what it was, I think it's still a good game. It's just, you know, with the big feet and stuff like that. I think that's what it was mainly criticized for, the big feet and the big hands. But I really like Street Fighter 5 though, because I remember playing Street Fighter 4, you know, a lot. I played a lot of Street Fighter 4, and I just remember like learning so much from that game, and then transitioning to Street Fighter 5. It was just a fun time. You like my well, I mean, I like the Street Fighter 5 version of Sega. I think it's fine. It just the game. I'm not a big drive rush. I don't like the drive rush mechanics. I'm not a big drive rush mechanic person because it's all about the meter. It's all about how am I gonna keep you depleted, and then get you to the corner. Like I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. Um, it's a tug of war meter game um with strike throw, and then now you have this now you have this like this mind game of the throw loop thing, and it just goes to show you that Capcom is just they don't want to deal with they don't want to try fixing the throw loop thing, and instead of fixing it, their idea is like, well, why don't we put a mind game behind it? That's literally what they're doing. And I think the whole thing with the guessing to an extent, like I feel like they're getting a little bit too out of hand with the guessing. Everything has to be a guess now. It's like if I tick throw you now, I have to make you guess, because if I make you think I'm going to throw you, I'm going to make you throw me, so I can tech and get so I can keep my meter filled, right? I'm not a big fan of that. Even though it's an interesting take, but the game's already strike throw heavy. And then it just goes to show you that they don't really want to remove the throw loops, because the thing is this with the throw loops make you have to commit. Like you have to it's just to prevent people from playing too defensively, right? And now that the parry got adjusted, right, or nerfed, I guess you can call it a nerf, but they buffed it at the same time, because if you parry correctly, holding the right direction, you can get a better punish, right? I don't know what the damage is, but I just remember before they did, I guess it was after the first nerf of the parry. I remember like it was garbage. Like if you did a perfect parry, you didn't get shit. Like you didn't take no damage. Like it was so stupid. It's like, what's the point of parry? It's like, to me, it shows that Capcom, like they're not thinking everything through. Like they're trying to make a game that's like that's for the casuals, and they're adding all these mechanics and stuff, and they're just going like over. They're just doing too much, in my opinion. It's like if you're gonna have the parry system, like it's already a hard mechanic to balance. It was always a hard mechanic to balance in the first place. So I kind of like take its main strength away, which was if I parried that shit perfectly, I would get a punish. I can go in. But the thing is, people are gonna perfect that, so they have to nerf it, right? So they gotta. It's like, why nerf it? It's like that was the whole intention of the mechanic. If I did a parry, then then it was my turn to go in, right? But they don't want you to have that. It doesn't make any sense. It's like if you did it's like if we're playing like Killer Instinct, right? We're playing Killer Instinct. If I did a combo breaker on you, and then like my damage is scaled by like 30%, you know what I mean? You're gonna be like, why? You know what I mean? I made the right choice. I guessed right, and now it's my turn, right? Or be something like, oh yeah, if I combo break you, I get to immediately combo break you. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just so stupid. It just doesn't make any sense. Like it shouldn't be that way. So, but it is what it is. They're kind of like already, thigh deep with the game. They really can't really go back and change anything or remove anything at this point. They have to kind of rock with it. So a lot of people were expecting throw loops to be gone, but You know what I mean? That's what happens with a strike throw game. Strike throw games are always going to be that way. You know, that's why like when I played Street Fighter 5 and when I played Zeku, that's what I liked about Zeku. Even though like strike throw was strong in that game, when I played Zeku, I didn't have to do like the throw loop. I can do like 50-50s and stuff, or high-low mix-ups and stuff that would make you have to guess, or left-right mix-ups that you'd have to guess. So that was the good thing about Zeku. He didn't have to rely on that strike throw game. So but then again, in the, you know, the game, that's a different game, you know what I mean? They allowed things that other Street Fighter games you couldn't do, right? So like jumping behind somebody in a corner, like you can't do that in a lot of the games, right? So, or a lot of the games prior, you know what I mean? Like I had the stun gauge, right? The stun gauge is a great idea. Like I like the idea of the stun gauge, and then like throws would stun you, you know, versus in Street Fighter 6, only time you get a stun is if someone's in burnout and you drive rush them, or drive impact them. You know what I mean? Which is an interesting mechanic, but it's just what it does is that it removes any potential for like mix up. So now if I stun you, it's only a corner combo. That's it. Like I don't get no mid-screen combos. I don't get any potential mix-ups right after that. It's like, you know what I mean? They eliminate that, which is unfortunate because that's what was cool about, you know, Street Fighter 5 and all that stuff. Like in Street Fighter 4, you know, before that, it's like you stun somebody, you had an opportunity to set up and do a mix-up and do something, right? That's what made those games so fun. But you know, I feel like they took away that element, and then they made it to where it's like, oh, now you have everything. You know what I mean? You start off with full meter at the beginning of the game, and then you have your super meter, right? So you got EX meter, you got super meter, you got wake up alpha counters, you got alpha counters, or whatever it's called. I forgot. Drive reversal, right? Wake up drive reversal, right? That's what it's called. You have level 3s, and then you have like individual perks, right? There's just so many things in that game, and then on top of that, you have the parry and the drive rush, right? The drive impact. Just so much utility. It's just like so much, bro. It's like there's so much utility. It's crazy. It's like when you think about it, there's a lot. And you know, and the only game that I can tell you like on the top of my head that has a lot of utility, like there's a lot of things, like a lot of mechanics and stuff, is like what's that other game? Pokken Tournament. You ever play Pokken Tournament? Pokken Tournament is like that. You have like all these like counters and these other counters that counter this counter, and this, you know, you can do this attack that will counter this attack. You know what I mean? There's all this stuff, you know, on top of like your basic offense. And then you have EX moves and you have supers. But you know, that game is fun too. But you know, Street Fighter just has a lot of mechanics, a lot of utility. You know what I mean? It just kind of gets lost within the, you know, the footsies and stuff like that. Everything is just like overly done, in my opinion. So I don't know. I would still play the game, but I wouldn't play it as serious like I would with Street Fighter 5. I'd probably just play it for fun, you know, kind of like play with some friends and stuff like that. I would still play the game, but you know, it's not something I would take seriously. I would prefer to play, you know, like I said, CVS 2. I would rather play KOF 15 or even Fatal Fury State of the Wolves. Just because those games they do have like similar mechanics, but you know, a lot of the mechanics are kind of still in line with like the previous Fatal Fury, so it is not too far off from that. You know, if Street Fighter 6 was kind of like, I don't know, a little bit closer to like not how Street Fighter 5 was, but you know, it's like, okay, hey, this is your meter, and this meter is part of your super. You know, you didn't have all this like free utility and stuff like that. Like I don't mind the drive rush being like the EX and stuff, the EX moves, the drive meter. It's just the drive rush. The drive rush stuff is what, to me, kind of like kills it a little bit for me, because it's just skip neutral. That's all it is. It's like, I'm gonna do this, skip neutral. I'm too lazy to actually like meaty you on wake up, so let me just do this drive rush that allows me to just pick whatever button I want, and now I'm plus. And it's just a lazy way of just like rewarding people who don't want to put in the time to, like, you know, like doing like meaties and like setups, you know, to like continue pressure after certain buttons on your opponent. And you know, it's just a lazy way to just do stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I feel like they just completely removed all that stuff, and then that's why you have the strike throw like to the next level. Right now you have this game where now we're no longer really meeting. We're not doing anything meaty anymore. We're just doing like, okay, I'm gonna just do raw drive rush to overhead, and if you crouch block, I'm gonna get you and I'm gonna start my combo. Or we're just doing just throws because I know you're just gonna sit there. Like, I don't know, I just don't, you know what I mean? We're just not even meeting. We're not even doing any meaties anymore because we don't need to. Because now I can just throw you, I can throw loop you so you do something, or I can you know, what was I saying? The drive rush. Yeah, just I can do like drive rush overhead to open you up. Right? I could do something to open you up eventually. So, but yeah, I mean, we're gonna. I'll definitely like look and see how he's played and stuff. Like, I'll definitely watch it, but I don't know if I'll play it. But yeah, guys, this is gonna be it, man. Appreciate everybody coming by. Thank you so much. Thanks again for Maple Syrup for the 5. I really do appreciate it. Everyone that came by, say what's up. Thank you so much. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm not sure what I'm gonna play again. I've just been kind of busy lately, so hopefully next week I can get some more games in earlier. So, but yeah, guys, it's gonna be it. Appreciate everybody coming by. Thanks so much. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out. Bye.
Spotted a hostile soldier in your AO. Over.